welcome back to another video. So today is weigh-in Thursday because, well, Wednesday was yesterday and I was just still too exhausted from the camping trip, unpacking and yada yada yada, and that's that. I'm kind of sore, like sleeping on the sofa, sleeping on the ground, did a toll kind of on my sciatica, but I'm feeling a lot better today. I slept so good in our bed. We have a really comfortable mattress from IKEA and it's just like sleeping on a cloud and I love it. So there's no place like home, right? There's no bed like your own bed. Your bed could literally be a piece of cardboard, but because it's your bed, you love it. I don't know. Anyway, the human brain is weird. So as you saw from my weigh-in, I think I'm up a little bit from last week. I'll post last week's weigh-in here as well. So I mean, I am not surprised because I've been on and off, mostly going over my calories a little bit each day. Not too bad. That's why there's not like a huge gain or anything like that. Just been about the same. I've been doing kind of the same, and I haven't been doing the treadmill. I haven't been just really on track as much as I'd like to, but I'm going to keep doing this hamster wheel every week until it sticks. And what I'm really just focusing on is just counting calories. I know I saw a comment, somebody saying, no offense, but what you're doing isn't working. I've literally done everything short of surgery, and like, it's not the method that's not working, it's just that I'm not sticking to it. Basically, for me, I think the most realistic thing to start at in repairing my relationship with food, I'm not aiming for a crash diet. I'm trying to just repair my relationship with food to start. I do still have some notes. Actually, I found an old notebook of when I was seeing a therapist who was very big on intuitive eating and repairing people's relationships with food. She's worked with a lot of people with binge eating disorder, so she worked with me for a little while. I found the notes from that, so I looked them over. Basically, the information was along the lines of, if you've read Brain Over Binge, The Binge Code, that kind of idea, and these are books from people who've had binge eating disorder and have overcome it somehow. So and how they've overcome it, basically. And I need to like reread those books again. I've read them a couple of times and a lot of it just really resonated with how I feel, what I've gone through. Those are really good books to read if you have a binge eating disorder. That therapist with the intuitive eating one, I think, was the one that I clicked with the most. We went over a bit, like starting, you go over the history of your life, but in regards to your relationship with food and how maybe food noise developed over time, food anxieties, negative feelings about food, and they just never made me feel guilty, or I don't know, they just made me feel really like safe to talk about those things in a way. But those sessions were good. But then again, no matter what therapy you do, you can figure out why you have this problem, you can figure out where this disorder developed, you can figure out all these things, but you have to still apply yourself, right? These are just tools, you have to apply them. A tool without proper use is useless. It doesn't do anything. So I know these things, and most people with obesity or eating disorders know these things. It's just that it's just very, very hard to do, and I haven't been fully successful yet, or successful at all. So I'm gonna keep doing this hamster wheel, this cycle, whatever you want to call it, and make fun of whatever. I'm gonna keep doing it every week until the consistency grows. So that's the approach I'm taking. Everyone has a different approach to how they want to lose weight. Everyone has a different problem. Not every overweight person has a binge eating disorder, so they need to tackle their problem with weight from a different angle. It makes sense. Like I always say, that's what I mean when I say there's not one size fits all. So that's the update with my weight. Pretty much the same different week. So I will continue to update you guys weekly, though, a lot for accountability as well, so just to stay transparent about it and everything. So on to Julia. People have been coming for me with pitchforks, lanterns, no, what are those, torches, pitchforks, but torches, over the fact that I haven't spayed my cat yet. Julia is, we don't know her exact age. We adopted her from somebody who I think got her from someone else who I think got her from the street. That's what we think. That's her opinion on it. I don't know for sure. We don't know her exact age, blah blah blah. So we think she's probably close to 2, maybe 2 years old, close to 2, I don't know. But when we got her, she was still too young to spay, is what they told us. They didn't spay her yet because she was still too young. When we first brought her to the vet, they advised to wait a little bit. So because we didn't know her definitive age, we didn't really know when she would be going into her first heat. So that combined with we're keeping track really, I guess. She went into heat and we got her this injection because we were going to be traveling very soon, and getting her fixed like would have thrown everything off. So we already had our tickets and everything. And it's not like a life-threatening medical emergency, so like people online are making it out to be. So calm your tits. So we got her this, like, I think it's a depot shot, and it put her out of heat for like a good 10 months or so, maybe even longer than that. The vet gave it to her. Yeah, it seemed to work. So now that's worn off, we got another one for her until we could get her spayed, because she has to have these 2 sets of vaccinations before she gets spayed, I guess. And we thought, okay, well, to keep her from going into heat, we'll get her the shot one more time. You can get it like up to 2 times or something like that. And we brought her to a vet, had that done. Whatever reason, it didn't work. That can happen, I guess, the vet said. So unfortunately, it didn't work. Unfortunately, she went to heat a couple times, and because you have to wait in between each vaccine. So anyway, life happened. We had to wait for the vaccines. Finally, the vaccines are done. Now we have scheduled her spay for Sunday. So she's going to be fixed on Sunday, if all goes well, provided she doesn't go into heat until then, please, no. But we can't do it right away after her vaccine. We had to wait at least 10 days. So Sunday, she'll be getting spayed, and I don't know how long they're going to keep her. It depends how she does, but they think maybe a day or 2, just to keep an eye on her and make sure she's okay. So she's getting spayed on Sunday, so y'all can put your lanterns, pitchforks, and torches away and actually just shove them up your... I'm not nice with answers with that at all. Yeah, I'm sassy, yeah, I'm smug, because I find it just ridiculous that people take that as this huge sign of neglect and abuse when I just explained the circumstances. And if you don't believe them, you can also shove that up your... So that's it. I don't like to see her in heat, but I don't think that an unspayed cat, especially in the earlier years of their life, is neglectful or abusive. We had reasons why she wasn't fixed, and quite frankly, it's not really any of your effing business. But somebody did leave me an interesting comment, because I know, look, normal people don't see someone with an unfixed cat and pull out their torches, okay? My cat's well taken care of. She's more than loved. You've never seen anything different on camera, and it's the same off camera, other than her being not spayed yet. That's your sign of neglect and abuse. So all this is coming from a horrible parasitic community, and the queen of the hive, I don't know, this is alleged because there's a lot of trolls, there's people who just say things that are not true. Well, imagine that. They left a comment on my channel, I'll post it here, basically that this cult leader who's making, her and her audience are making this her. She looks like someone's greasy Uncle Bob. Technically, biologically, she's a female. So this female queen of the hater nation of Gore World, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Her and her cult, the Jim Jones of Gore World.
Be sure to drink the Kool-Aid, zombies.
Her and her cult, zombies, that's where that's all coming from, that hate about her not being spayed. So someone left a comment that this person has a dog and apparently is having its first heat, so not even spayed at all. So you know what, I don't even know if I believe this comment, because it's just too unbelievable, like that somebody would be that hypocritical. But at the same time, I do believe it, that this person could be trying to come after me, send a mob after me for my animal not being spayed when theirs themselves is not. Because that's how Gore World works. It's built on hypocrisy and people turning a blind eye, just focusing that eye on the person that they hate blindly. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I just thought that was very interesting to bring up, because it's just like, if you want someone to turn your torches to now, there you go. Somebody who hasn't spayed their animal. If that's true, it could be not. Don't come for me if it's not. I don't know. I'm just taking their word for it. I don't really know. I don't really care. I don't... If you spay your animal or not, that's up to you. Honestly, I don't care. I really don't. I don't care what people do. If you're not, if you're not abusing your animal, if you're not starving it, if you're giving it love and you're doing the best you can, screw the rest. Whatever. I really don't give a crap. Oh, okay, go sleep on the donation bag. We have a big garbage bag of clothes we're donating. Every so often we go through the closets and do that. Though these ones are mostly Salah's, but she likes to sleep on it. So that's the update on Julia. She's getting spayed. That's it. I'm not talking about the friggin' cat anymore. Oh, sorry to call you a friggin' cat. I shouldn't have ever even addressed these stupid things. Like, I don't know why I do. I give these people life, honestly. Like, seriously. Anyway. She'll finally be spayed, so end of the drama there. Anyways, thank you for listening to my updates. I'll see you next week. I'll resume on Wednesday. I'll be a day short of my weigh-in. Screw the weigh-in Wednesday. Who cares about the friggin' alliteration? You know what? Let's just make it Thursday. Exactly 1 week. So, see you next week. Bye, guys. Thank you for listening.